Hey y'all, today I'm going to show you how to make my gluten-free gingerbread cookies. I've been making these cookies for several years now and they never failed to impress. I never really thought I cared for gingerbread cookies until making this recipe. They're so soft and have this amazing flavor. I like them glazed like this, but you can also adorn them with royal icing, which is the usual, but I've also decorated them with buttercream and those were fabulous as well. So let's get into it and I'll show you how to make them. First things first, we'll combine our dry ingredients. I have 5 3/4 cups or 805 grams of Kim's gluten-free all-purpose flour, and to that I'm adding 1 teaspoon of baking soda, a teaspoon of kosher salt, 1.5 tablespoons of ground ginger, 4 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, and 1 teaspoon of ground allspice. And I'll just give this a quick little whisk. I'll set this aside while I cream together the butter and the sugar. I have 1 1/4 cups or 283 grams of softened butter, and to that I'm adding 1 cup or 200 grams of packed light brown sugar. And I'll just cream these two together until considerably lighter in color and very fluffy. This will take about 2 to 3 minutes on medium to medium high. And now I'll add in 2 large eggs at room temperature and the zest of 1 large orange. That's my secret weapon. The orange adds such a nice, fresh flavor to these cookies that just goes so well with all the other spices. Let that go for about 30 seconds. And then I'll add 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract, give or take, and 2/3 cup or 210 grams of molasses, just the regular kind. I think it's called grandma's molasses that you find in pretty much any grocery store these days. Now we can finally add in the dry ingredients, which we whisked together earlier. We'll do this a little at a time, and I'm going to have to cover my bowls slightly because this scraper attachment really does well at scraping, but it tends to throw all the dry ingredients right out of the bowl at first. Okay, the beauty of this recipe is that it can be rolled out right away. No refrigeration necessary. Although you can put it in the refrigerator and save it for 2 to 3 days, or put it in the freezer for like 2 to 3 months. But I'm just going to go right ahead and start rolling. But first I'm going to divide it in half. And then I'll take this other half and wrap it in plastic wrap and just leave it on the counter over here until I'm done with the first half. I'm rolling this out fairly thick because I like a really soft and puffy cookie. You can roll it thinner to get crunchier gingerbread cookies, but I like them soft and puffy, so that's what I'm doing. So the thickness I'm rolling them to here is about, I don't know, it's between, I'd say, 1/4 of an inch and 1/2 an inch, like right in the middle of that. And this dough is such a breeze to work with. Just a little flour is all you need, and it's not too sticky at all. I'll just set these on my parchment-lined baking sheet, a couple of inches apart, and they're not going to spread much. And I'm going to bake them at 350 Fahrenheit for only 8 to 10 minutes. They won't really look much different when they're baked. They will just be slightly darker in color, but the shape won't change a whole lot, which is great because you could also use more intricate cookie cutters if you wanted to. I like the simplicity of using just the gingerbread man. And if you want to decorate them all fancy, I'll leave a link below where to find my royal icing or my buttercream recipes. Otherwise, this is a simple thin glaze that I like to dip them in completely. And to make the glaze, we whisk together 6 cups or 750 grams of powdered sugar, 2/3 cup or 160 milliliters of milk, and 4 teaspoons of vanilla extract. And if you can do this while the cookies are still warm right out of the oven, they'll last even longer, but I never seem to set it up to do that right when they come out of the oven. So you can dunk the whole thing or just the tops, which is what I'm doing here. And then just set them on a wire rack to set completely. The glaze will set hard and the cookies can be frozen with the glaze on or off of them. All that info is in the recipe post. And that's it, y'all. The best gluten-free gingerbread cookies ever. Soft and spicy, just the way I like them. Enjoy!